And so either way, the practical result is the same. The Keystone Pipeline is not going to get built. Or at least it's not going to get built by Congress forcing it to be built in a way that end runs the State Department process, which is already underway. Democrats spent a good chunk of the last hours they will have any power in the Senate, any power in the Congress, doing this thing tonight because Mary Landrieu wanted them to do it. Mary Landrieu wanted to do it to try to save her own Senate seat in a runoff in Louisiana on December 6th. I should note that the Keystone Pipeline, this part of it that they're voting on tonight, has nothing to do with Louisiana. It won't run through Louisiana, will have precisely zero job impact in Louisiana, has nothing to do with her state. But she's decided maybe that's the way she's going to win? Maybe that's the theory, but regardless of what had happened with this vote tonight, it is likely that Mary Landrieu is going to lose that runoff, no matter what. The Democratic Senate Campaign Committee already long ago pulled all of their money out of that race. The advertising that Louisiana voters are seeing in their home state right now ahead of that runoff is roughly running 96% for Mary Landrieu's opponent to 4% for Mary Landrieu. She is the last remaining statewide elected Democrat in Louisiana. The latest polling heading into that runoff shows she's losing by double digits. And it should be noted, she has the exact same position on Keystone that her opponent has anyway. The bill in the House to approve Keystone is named for the guy she's running against. It's Bill Cassidy. Bill Cassidy's the sponsor of it. So Mary Landrieu has been leading this vote in the Senate to approve Keystone, which actually would have meant her leading the fight to pass her opponent's bill. So it's hard to see why that would make people decide to vote for her and against her opponent. I mean, nothing is certain until it happens, but Mary Landrieu's going to lose anyway. The Keystone vote failed anyway. All Democrats did was burn up some of the last precious time they've got left to get anything done before they hand over complete control of Congress to the Republican Party. What on earth were they thinking, spending their time doing this? How is this even conceivably, by any stretch of the imagination, a constructive use of time by the Democrats, by the last precious seconds they have in which they can do anything? But it's what they did, to utterly predictable results of no practical or political consequence whatsoever, except to highlight an issue that their Republican opponents enjoy having highlighted, and to also put a spotlight on Democrats' inability to get something done for one of their own members. Woohoo! Was it fun for you, too?